Well, good morning. We're here in Hall 9 at one of what has to be one of my favourite and most prestige motorhome brands here in Europe and in the UK. It is Morello, and I'm here with Mike from Premium Motorhomes. Good morning, Mike.
Morning, how are you?
I'm very well. Thank you so much for coming in early today.
No problems, that's fine.
And having a camera pointed in your face and this.
It's a little bit unusual.
I appreciate your outside your comfort zone. But just talk to me a bit about Morello. I'm a big fan. They've been around for 12 years, a German business. But there's a fantastic story about how the first of their vehicles was built in a tin shed with no heating. Can you tell me a bit more about that?
It was, yeah, and they were developing the vehicle, the prototype, and building it as quickly as they could to get it to the Düsseldorf show and launch the brand.
Yeah.
It arrived just in time. I don't know if it was actually fully complete, but it was there on a stand on its own.
Yeah.
To launch.
It's fantastic. So they built it through the winter with no heating as well, didn't they?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, dedicated.
Passion, and that's definitely part of the Morello brand, isn't it? And the backstory, the passion that runs through the team behind Morello, really is quite unique. Would you say?
It is definitely, yeah. And Morello is all about family, and their slogan, "Welcome Home." You know, they want people to come to the factory, see people there, stop in the camping site at the factory. And really buy into the brand.
Yeah, and obviously it's a niche brand. I mean, this particular motorhome, we're stood in front of the Empire liner, and this is the price there on the board is 469k. I mean, it's not a cheap motorhome, is it?
It's not a cheap motorhome, no, but it's a quality motorhome.
Yeah. And how many do they build a year across the range? Do you know?
They're building circa 550 units a year now.
Wow, that's quite a lot. That's good. But the attention to detail on them is just, I'd say, second to none. It's just phenomenal, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I mean, right down to Reinhard, who uses the motorhomes himself, and obviously he knows exactly what is needed in a Morello.
Yeah. So the range starts at, is it 5.9 tonnes?
5.8 tonne on the home.
Yeah, yeah. And just talk me through the range. This one's 12 tonnes, and this is kind of up in the top of the range, isn't it? But talk me through the Morello range.
So we start with the home at 5.8 tonnes on the Iveco 50C chassis. From there we move up to the Morello Loft at 749 kg. And then from there you move up to the Palace, and the Palace is the most popular Morello on the market.
And you've got one here, haven't you?
We've got one here on the stand, yeah. So again, that's 7.49 tonne. It's as big as you get on the C1 license. And with the Palace, you get a nice large double floor, extra head height inside the vehicle, which makes it nice and airy. It's an excellent vehicle. And from there, you go to the Palace liner. So you go onto the HGV chassis then, starting with the Eurocargo. You could also have a Mercedes, and then we go to the Empire liner here, which we've been revamped this year, so we've launched it here at the NEC show, starting on the 12-tonne Mercedes Tiggo chassis. You can also upgrade to the 15-tonne, and then from the Empire line you can also move over to the Actros chassis, so for the 18-tonne Actros. And
that's
then
a tag axle, isn't it?
The Actros, the 18-tonne Actros isn't a tag axle.
Oh, sorry.
So then you go from the Empire liner up to the Grand Empire.
It's which
is the largest vehicle that Morello build now onto the 26-tonne tag axle Actros.
That is a phenomenal machine.
It is, yeah. It's awesome, really nice.
Yeah, beautiful. So tell me some of the features on this. The locker doors don't have handles.
They don't know. So it looks, again, for design, it looks really neat and smooth on the outside. And then we have an electric locking mechanism, so you just press one of the buttons.
Just show me, can you, for those who are watching on video.
So
we're just going to shut the locker door.
You have the locker here. There's a switch inside which locks your lockers or unlocks them, and then you just hold onto the button and the door releases.
It just pops up on gas struts. That's brilliant. Now the locker's not very big. Why is that?
Well, we have the water tanks in the centre of the vehicle.
Okay.
So you have your fresh water tank, grey water tank, and then your black tank.
Okay. And it's a double floor throughout, keeping it really warm inside. And there's a special Alder heating feature, isn't there, on the floor?
Yeah, exactly. So we've got the Alder heating system, but we also have underfloor heating as you would have it at home. So you have the water elements going through the floor itself. Keeps you nice and warm in the winter months.
lovely under barefoot.
Exactly, yeah.
And it's got a huge garage at the back, which you would expect with anything of this size, and it's got a massive amount of batteries as well.
It does, yeah. So the Empire liner comes standard with 210 amp hour Super B lithium batteries, but this year they've also launched the 340 amp hour. So you can upgrade to the 340 amp hour. Solar panels give you plenty of power to go off grid.
But it comes with two of them, doesn't it?
It does, yes.
Yeah. And a 3 kilowatt inverter.
Exactly, yeah.
We could run the show off this.
You could do just about.
Let's go inside and have a look around.
Perfect.
Mike, one thing I noticed is that there's 5 seat belts. Obviously, it sleeps 4, but in massive comfort. I mean, 5 could easily sleep in here. But this forward-facing seat is not quite forward-facing. Is that obviously that's legal?
It is legal, yeah. The seat's on a diagonal. The reason for the seat on a diagonal is just to make it easier to walk through the vehicle to the front.
Yeah.
But yeah, the seat belt's homologated, so we have the 2 extra seat belts, which are an optional extra. And then with it being a bar seating group, we have 1 on the bar seat, so that's 5 in total.
Yeah.
This particular vehicle is a 4-berth with a drop-down bed, which again isn't standard. The bed's option.
Now, this particular motorhome is left-hand drive. I know the smaller models, the lighter models, can be right-hand drive, but this is left-hand drive because there's a difference, isn't there? Tell me why.
There is, yeah. So in a Morello, they build their own dashboard. So that brings you closer up to the front of the vehicle, gives you better vision around when driving. But also on the smaller vehicles, when they build their own dashboard, they also move the seats out to the side of the vehicle. So it doesn't feel like you're driving a big motorhome in the centre of the vehicle where the standard seat position would be.
So this is all handcrafted for Morello?
It is, yeah.
By Morello or another company?
It's externally sourced. It's designed by Morello, but manufactured externally.
I don't know another motorhome manufacturer that does that.
No, it's amazing. They're in the smaller vehicles, so from the 5.8 ton to the 7.5 ton Palace, they've designed a right-hand drive vehicle for our market. And then when you go to the HGVs on the wider chassis, it's only available left-hand drive until you get to the Actros, and then they use the Mercedes dashboard with all the electric dash and the electric wing mirrors.
Yeah.
So that's also available right-hand drive.
And I guess most of these spend most of their lives on the continent, don't they?
They do, yeah. So I mean, majority of our sales in the UK are left-hand drive because the customers spend their time holidaying in Europe.
Yeah. Well, I absolutely love it. It's beautiful, and it's so many features that are unique to Morello that I love, and the passion behind the brand just comes across.
When we first brought Morello to the UK, it was the first prototype Empire liner we came here with, and now we've got the redesigned version. This is the biggest stand we've had for Morello here, and the volumes of sales are just increasing every year.
Yeah, they are definitely worth a visit. And you're happy people come in and have a look?
Yeah, that's one thing with Morello also. We invite everybody to come in and have a look.
Yeah. Which is there's no stigma, is there? Everyone's welcome.
Exactly, yeah.
Have a great show. I hope you can sell at least half a dozen this week.
I hope so. That's the plan.